right, man. Let's talk about Rolly. Like Rolly is preparing to target Pacquiao and Barrios winner. I'll talk about this a little live stream I did improv live. I did on Sunday, and so yeah, Rolly is pretty much trying to get in there with Pacquiao. So, Rolly, got the uh, Rolly kind of shunned off working with Turkey Al Sheik again. Um, so he kind of shunned that off. Uh, he talked about the per diem, the living expenses, the hotel expense, kind of the situation, and for the most part. And I said this in the live about him and Benavidez. PBC don't want nobody controlling the matchmaking. They want to protect their fighters at all costs. So Pacquiao, I mean, Rolly wasn't gonna fight Devin. He wasn't gonna work with Turkey again. He gonna take that win off Ryan and try to parlay it against the Barrios and Pacquiao and winner. And PBC is, that's why Benavidez didn't do the deal with Turkey Al Sheik and Callum Smith. How can you, sit there and make a deal with Turkey Al Sheik and you making a career high payday versus Callum Smith, and you say, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna negotiate with Callum Smith another outside of Turkey Al Sheik, and you can't pay him no money. Why would I take less money to fight David Benavidez? We can make a bunch of money fighting him in Saudi Arabia. It just financially don't make sense. So Benavidez was never going to fight Callum Smith. He was never going to do anything with Turkey Al Sheik because they want to control the matchmaking. That's the difference. They want to control the matchmaking. That's what they want to do. They want to control the matchmaking. So PBC don't have the money, but then they still want the control. That's the crazy thing about it. They don't have the money, but they still want the control. So, but now, this can this can, mess it up for Jaron Ennis trying to get undisputed, because now you already see PBC agenda. Rolly Romero wants to make his first WBA welterweight title defense against Pacquiao. I don't give a F about losses. So he want to wait around for Pacquiao and Barrios winner. That could be in a year, which they used to fight once a year. He says Rolly versus Pacquiao. Romero said in an interview with Sean Dizelle, no matter if he beats Barrios, it's still Rolly versus Pacquiao. How many losses Pacquiao have? Oh, that's another thing. Pacquiao is another one of those who don't give a F about losses, and everyone keeps turning in for him, right? All that undefeated is don't matter if they're not fighting nobody. So, that's what he letting you know. I'm willing to wait for Pacquiao. If Pacquiao get the belt off Barrios, then is Boots gonna be, is Boots gonna, wait around for undisputed? Is the $1 million question. That's the $1 million question. Is Boots gonna wait around? Is he gonna wait around? Is he gonna wait around for to see what happens? Because if you dial it up, if they get that WBC, the Pacquiao or Barrios, I say Barrios get it, then he probably gonna fight Rolly sometime next year. So will they be committal to fighting? Will they be committal to to waiting around? Will they commit to fighting Jaron Ennis? I don't think so. I don't think so. That's my humble opinion. So now when you turn around and you look at everything, it's 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 just to the point where Boots may have to fight T.O. and then figure out if he want to fight Norman. Then figure out if he want to fight Norman. And then if that's the case, You know, you sweep those up and hope that PBC want to play ball for the undisputed championship, or do you make your way up to the 154 pounds? But the messed up thing about making your way up to 154 pounds is this. All right, this is the messed up thing about it. PBC right now still control a lot of 154. They're not claiming Mazaliev, but he worked with them. Fondora, so really only guy you really can gun for is what's the brother's name? Vito Melanecki, if he get the title. That's the only one you really can gun for. But, PBC had a plan. So now they about to come back and milk Pacquiao. There ain't nobody gonna buy Barrios and Pacquiao. I don't think so. That's gonna do well. I could be wrong. I don't think that's gonna do well. I don't think a whole bunch of people gonna line up to buy that fight. I don't think so. I really don't. So Boots may have to wait another while to get his opportunity. So he may be sitting around waiting. He may not get undisputed opportunity. So I just want to see how this play out. See if them niggas in Philly turn on Al Heyman finally. Cause we know Rolly don't have no interest in fighting Boots. We know it. We know he has zero interest. But it sound like a thing. Throw Pacquiao, Rolly, and Barrios in there and stop Boots from being undisputed. That's what it sounds like. That's what it seemed like. So they wasn't. This was them sending Rolly over to fight Ryan was the only move they had for Rolly. Stay honest was the only move they had that financially for Boots to pay him. So if they gotta do it, they will do it. But they ain't gonna do no multi-fight deal. They not doing no multi-fight deal. I tell you that right now. First and foremost, they always will protect their fight. They always will protect their fighters. They always will protect their fighters. Always. But yeah, Boots, but Boots go up. It's gonna be tough sledding up there for Boots to go up and make some money. So yeah, it's probably gonna be tough, man. But so be it. I think Barrios will win. They probably do Barrios and Rolly, and then maybe at that point, it may make financial sense if Turkey get involved and do Rolly and Barrios versus Ennis. Probably sometime. Hey, look here, if Pacquiao win, you probably thinking Boots probably got to wait 2027. If Pacquiao win, think about it. Probably gonna fight Rolly next summer. They're gonna probably wait a year. And then, it's like, damn, we waited, then Boots probably got to wait till 2027. And they probably not going to fight him regardless. Rolly and Pacquiao not going to fight him. Barrios may fight him. So I said Barrios beat Pacquiao like I think he should. Barrios beat Pacquiao, fight Rolly sometime next year. Then maybe in the later half of next year, he'll fight Boots. But I think Jaron Boots undisputed move is gone. I think him being undisputed champion is out the window. So that's my humble opinion on it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. You go live or drop video. Hit the link in the description. The first link, the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, the Detroit channel, Free Game 89 channel. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. That's there, roll the bottom screen. Venmo the same, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description and in the link tree. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.